this one's funny. So this is entitled people.
Oh, juicy.
So a bit different from the Am I the A-hole?
Okay.
The title's funny. It's called Devin, my ex who cheated on me with my mum and received gonorrhea from her.
Look at horror.
I mean, is that the ultimate revenge or what? I mean, okay.
Who has an affair with their mother-in-law?
Well, exactly. More people than you'd think by Reddit standards. As my ex is pissed by the fact I keep telling people that my mum gave him gonorrhea and he wants me to stop, so I'm going to tell a story about how my ex contracted gonorrhea.
Of course he does. Don't tell anyone.
Back in 2014, I was forced into ballet by my mother. I hated it as I wasn't the ballerina type, so I fought with my mum, but in the end, I gave up and went anyway. And that's how I met Devin. He was the most beautiful ballet dancer I ever saw. He carried himself with grace. His smile was intoxicating and everybody wanted a piece of Devin.
Nothing graceful about sleeping with your mother-in-law.
He only had eyes for me. He love bombed her by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
It didn't take long before we started dating. He was 16 and I was 14. I was so in love with Devin. He was supposed to be my knight in shining armour. However, Devin was just a pussy wrapped up in tin foil. I love that.
Oh,
About 5 months into our relationship, Devin and I went to a party. Halfway through the party, I lost Devin, so I went looking for him. I found him receiving a blowjob from another girl. I just walked away. I was trying to walk home when the C word muffin rolled up.
That's another good one.
Telling me to get in his car.
Oh,
I didn't want to. I told him to go F himself. I'd rather walk home in the goddamn dark than deal with his bitch ass. I love how this girl writes. I don't remember how he convinced me to get in the car, but when I did, I just wanted to know why. Why did he cheat on me? That son of a bitch tried to gaslight me. Nothing like that happened. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. All that shit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I was making things up. I wouldn't buy it because I know what I saw. Then Devin cut off the headlights on his car and floored it down the dirt road with no street lights and just screamed how he was going to kill us both. And how when someone found our bodies, they just assume it was an accident. Well, he's terrifying. Jesus Christ.
Psychotic.
So he then stopped the car and told her that if she brought up that girl one more time, it wouldn't end well for her. C-word muffin is the right...
Well, I think that's tame, actually.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Just
So Devin drove me home after that. I should have left him after that, but I was just so afraid of him. It didn't take long for the physical and emotional abuse to start.
Oh.
Dating Devin was like dating my mum. He would scream at me, cry and stomp his foot when I didn't do what he wanted me to do, hit me repeatedly, pressured me into sex, forced me to do angel dust, threatened to kill himself when I refused to talk to him. We dated for a year, and in that year I experienced hell. I didn't tell people what was happening because I was afraid no one would believe me. On to the title. I had tennis practice, but halfway through my practice I started to feel sick, so I called my stepdad to pick me up and take me home. Before we pulled into the driveway, there was Devin's car. It wasn't surprising because sometimes Devin would just be in the house waiting for me. Oh. Then, as we walked into the house, we heard them. And Mum and Devin weren't quiet.
Oh, God. At least her stepdad was there.
My stepdad pulled out his phone to record, and then we went upstairs and walked on Devin jackhammering my mum.
Oh, my goodness.
There was a lot of screaming, threats and crying. My stepdad and I went to the car. We drove to a parking lot and cried.
Oh.
While our phones were blowing up. My stepdad then sent the video of my mum and Devin to both of Devin's parents. My ex-in-laws asked for a meeting. They exchanged information and my stepdad told them he would see them in court. His parents tried to play it off like Devin was a victim.
Oh my gosh, not one. Why is it some parents are just, oh no, not my darling angel, can possibly do anything wrong? Well, that's paid off, isn't it? Sounds like a lovely chap.
So 1, the legal age of consent in my hometown is 16 and he was 17 at the time. 2, no he fucking wasn't. If you watch the video, Devin was trying to smack the phone out of my stepdad's hand. And when I started crying, asking him how he could do this to me, Devin started telling me to stop crying because I wasn't even that good at sex anyway.
What's that got to do with anything?
That's why you shagged my mum? Right, great.
So it's her fault?
My mum started making fun of me for crying. It's not my fault your boyfriend wanted me.
Oh my gosh, this woman's a narcissist as well.
She's the C word. Boo-hoo, stop crying. Maybe if you put some more makeup on, you could keep a man. Then she went on to say how Devin pleased her so well, that he knows how to make her come like a real man, and unlike my stepdad, knows where the clit is. That Devin would always tell her that she's tighter than I am. All the while, Devin was trying to call me. Devin's way of apology was to blame me. I'm sorry you had to see that. That is the way of a
narcissist. I'm really sorry for what I've done, but it's your fault.
I'm sorry you had to see that, but if you spent more time with me, I wouldn't have been seeking other women. Your mum was there for me and she cared for me. You abandoned me when I need you the most. Blah, blah, victim blaming, blah, blah. Like, bitch, I gave you my heart and soul.
Oh, really? When you were receiving the other blowjob?
No, this is her.
Oh, okay.
I put my needs on the back burner for yours, then what do you do for me? Devin switches tactics and tries to convince me that I misunderstood the situation. Like, what? I walked in on you fucking my mum, you flip-floppy bastard.
Flip-floppy? She's got some language, this girl, hasn't she?
I'm not sure this video would be monetised.
No.
With all the swearing.
So, I have to edit some out.
Fast forward to the time I went to school. I didn't talk to my mum or Devin at that time. Devin's sister spread the news to the school that Devin had sex with my mum. Now I was afraid to tell people that Devin was abusing me because I knew no one would believe me. Devin had the good boy reputation. Only a few people have seen how awful Devin truly was. However, Devin let his mask slip and hit me in front of the whole school.
Ooh.
The funny part about Devin hitting me is the fact no one believed he was having sex with my mum. No one believed that until he hit me and started screaming that I ruined his reputation. He just had to keep his fucking mouth shut. We were separated and I had to explain to the principal and our guidance counsellor that that wasn't the first time Devin had hit me. That boy did a lot worse to me than just hit me. Do you want to hear some messed up shit? Before me, Devin was in a relationship with a girl and he did the same thing to her. She told people and no one believed her because, like I said, Devin was a good boy.
It's always the way, always the way.
They isolated that girl to the point she had to move away. No one believed her until Devin slapped me, and it didn't help that Devin threw a tantrum. He got suspended because he broke things in his tantrum. After that, a lot of people came forward and spoke about how Devin was secretly a piece of shit. Devin's parents gave my stepdad some money to keep it out of court and then moved away because of shame. My stepdad and mum got divorced because Devin wasn't the only person my mum was cheating with.
Naturally.
By the way, my mum never stopped seeing Devin.
Yeah.
That bitch took him on elaborate trips. They went to Hawaii, Disneyland and goddamn Texas. Devin and my mum were a match made in hell. But karma prevails. Devin suffered a leg injury and can't do ballet anymore, and he got fat. My mum left him, his parents abandoned him, and the last time I checked, he works at an auto store and lives with his sister. And to top all that, my mum gave him gonorrhea.
Gosh.
How's your leg? I know you're reading this, you piece of shit. It's a shame, isn't it? You tried your best to live a good life, but in the end you're in debt, fat as hell, and worth nothing. But me, I'm happy. I'm in love, happily married to a dude who treats me like a queen and has 3 babies.
Oh, she got a happy ever after.
Eat the dirtiest part of my arse, Devin.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, first edit. Devin's seen this post. I repeat, Devin's seen this post. Devin's in the audience, people. Look alive. Oh, man.
Oh, dear.
Should we go to the comments?
Yes.
Fuck Devon and your mum. And someone's put, I'd be too afraid of getting STDs to do that.
Don't want gonorrhea.
Oh my god. So funny.
Oh dear.
Devon, as one Devon to another, you need to change your name as you're making us Devons look bad. Might I suggest shithead, or how about fuckface?
I think sea muffin would be.
Yeah. Apparently there's a zoo where you can pay to have a cockroach named after your ex and fed to one of the zoo's animals. For an extra $20, they'll video it and send it to your ex.
People come up with some random stuff. Let's go to the zoo.
Do you know what? The zoo's making money though. They're making
well,
money.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dear.
Devon's an entire bitch's arse. Well done, OP. Wow.
Oh gosh. Well,
I mean, I assume that OP is no longer in contact with her mum.
Well, I would like to think so, because her mum sounds like a right hoe bag.
A narcissistic piece of shit.
Yes.
By the sounds of it. But oh my gosh, we better wrap this up.
Yes. On that note.
That was absolutely hilarious though. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, and enjoy the rest of your day.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye.